Nice threads, Holmes.
I gotta be honest. I agree. Thanks a lot.
Look at those nalgas, Holmes.
Ah, the sweet sounds of San Andreas. Welcome, one and all, as we walk now over the Julius Thruway East. As we are planning to explore the edgelands of Las Venturas today on this digital perambulation. I want to look specifically at what you could call a ghost station in real life, a station that doesn't appear on the maps per se. The Sobell rail yards. We'll take in some of the areas like we're doing now and try and see anything interesting along the way, point out any pertinent places. As you can see ahead, this is one of the first places we'll look at. It's the pump station. It plays a part in the mythology of San Andreas in regards to the pollution narrative that seems to be happening throughout and is hinted at. This is the southernmost point in the creek area. In the creek area in general, we just have a mall, and you can also see the smokestacks to the north, just there. That's the KACC Military Aviation Fuel Department. I'm just going to take a look at the back now, and you see some pumping some nasty shit into the sea there. So the bright red lights. Persistence of myths. Now, this is definitely one of them the developers put in as at least a side joke. There's not much depth to it. Now, the myths in San Andreas are fascinating. I say this in most of the videos. Now, nearly all of the myths regarding San Andreas have been satisfactorily disproven. Bigfoot, etc. With a digital world, there is an actual record of what does and doesn't exist. Unlike our world, where experience is countered by lack of evidence, in the digital world you can search the files to see what does and doesn't exist. So if something doesn't exist in the files, then it doesn't exist in the San Andreas world. Nonetheless, there is a persistent myth prevailing to almost every quarter of this map. And I find that an interesting part of the game culture and the world culture. It's interesting. So I'm doing a bit of two-wheel action. The site to San Andreas. Come to this patch of scrubland, this edgeland now. Very typical edgeland. Very typical of real life situation, parts of the city between ring roads and train station amenities. You find these lands that aren't quite there. No one's here. Everyone's going about in their distance on the regular paths. And that's what one of the beautiful things about edgelands, the digital and the real environment is. Now the Sobell rail yards. See the trains coming in. As noted, it's not an official designated station, yet there are ticket machines and you can board the train and NPCs alight and board. Worth noting is how inaccessible or isolated this place is. There's not even a road into it. As we'll see later on in the video. We'll take a quick ride on the station up to Linden. We'll see some of the ticket machines. Point of note, the station seems to be named after Soviet spy Martin Sobell. Interesting in and of itself. We'll take a quick trip up to the next station, Linden, and we'll come back in a loop fashion over the cliffs next to the ocean there to our east.
Watch it, I'm having a bad day. Don't you hate it when you order fried eggs and they're runny?
Now Linden Station. Take a look around here, see if there's anything of note. I'll just try and get a sense of the area all around here. What a regular functional train station looks like in the game world. These covered arcades almost remind me of places like La Rochelle. Turin comes to mind. The avenues covered like this. Take a quick snack seeing as we're here. And we'll start walking back, like I said, in a looped fashion along the cliffs on the other side you can see. Just take in the area. Wonderful arid, the area obviously modelled on Las Vegas and the surrounding Nevada area. Some of the casinos you can see there in the background. It's a wonderful view. That's the rail yards, gives the area its name. It's with a rail yard that would pertain to our regular life, our regular world. You'd have areas where mechanics and cleaners would service the vehicles daily or when they need it. Some wonderful shrubs disappearing. Here we are. We can take a look at some of the hangars. I'm not sure exactly the right term for them. It pertains to trains. Wonderful cavernous entities. Corrugated steel or some such like material. Another wonderful night coming in on the game. Deep purples and indigos. The orange phosphorescence of streetlights in the distance. A billboard for Victim clothing there. And we'll wait for the next train to come in here. We'll see what route the pedestrians take, and we'll... Oh, there's a pedestrian here. Let's follow them across Julius Three-Way.
France is so lovely.
And wrap up there, I think, once we take this route. Oi!
It's impossible to mass produce clothing well. Reason obviously won't work here.
Call that driving?
Such a peaceful place.
You have forced me into action.
Hopefully our NPC escapes unscathed. Yeah, no one... He's a peaceful man, they know it. He's on a mission, this guy. More violence. Wow, this guy's amazing. He's on a mission. He must really want that clucking bell.
Your tattoos hint of the noble savage.
I'm dressed, but I'm still a G.
He's just... he can't figure it out. On that note, be a good sport. Be a sportsman.
Wow, do you throw up your brain too?